Did I not just do a video like 2 days ago titled Justice or Just Us? And I've mentioned what Gerald Celente always says. Justice is for when you and I do damage against each other and it goes to court, or I get charged with something, or you get charged with something and you do jail time. Justice prevailed, yeah. But when it's one of the boys, no justice. That leaves just us. Justice is for just us, not them. Thought I was done doing a video tonight. I was done. Headline: Feds drop remaining Edwards charges. Washington, CNN. Prestigious CNN. Federal prosecutors drop the remaining charges against former Democratic presidential candidate John Edwards on Wednesday, less than 2 weeks after his corruption trial ended in an acquittal and a mistrial. So the other part of it, acquittal, mistrial, gone. Scot-free. Have a nice day. The last part, we'll just drop the remaining charges. The jury has spoken, and we have to respect their decision. We as the Justice Department, we as the Justice Department, we respect the citizens and people of America who were at the jury, and somehow when a politician like any of these guys, it always ends the same mistrial. How the hell could they make it end in a mistrial? These are just randomly generated people. How could they possibly randomly generate these people and have them in a deadlock and then in a mistrial? Wow, just must be a flip of the coin. Tails, you're a jury member. Heads up, this guy over here, out of 1,000 people that came, we're picking this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. Now you don't suppose there's a way that they can put people in there as a jury that are not just people, or they're so smart because they got control of this whole thing that they can figure out when they interview these bozos and sheep that walk in as jury members that they already know this guy's going to find him guilty, this lady's going to not find him guilty, this lady's going to find him guilty, this man over here won't find him guilty, and we'll just make sure we're that good. We know. That's what jury trial is about. Back in the day, there was no such thing as, let the judge and both lawyers on both sides sit down and we'll question these people with our questions, and we don't like what they say, you can't be a jury member. You don't like what you say, can't be a jury member. So you can just eliminate. Oh, bozo. Bozo beast. Hey. Sorry, you got jury duty. Okay, next. Eliminated, too smart, eliminated, too intelligent, eliminated. Bozo. Oh, and a jackass next to him. You guys come on in here. The rest of you stupid bastards that came down here because you have to show up for jury duty. You have to show up. You can only miss one, and then you miss one, and then you get another one. You better go. Sorry, we wasted all your time. No other further will be called. People will be called. Have a nice day. Go back to work. Get your money so you can pay taxes. And sorry you lost pay today for coming down here. As a matter of fact, I'm really, really sorry because we've got the jury rigged. Like the old saying, Jerry rigged. This is jury rigged, by the way. So let's just read this for a second. The Justice Department had accused Edwards of using nearly $1 million in illegal campaign contributions. There's no way that word campaign contributions is being used right now after I just did a video talking about campaign contributions and how Congress members, all of them, spend at least 8 hours a day getting campaign contributions and then using them again illegally to even prop up their own campaigns or whatever. In this case, they were charging him with using nearly $1 million in illegal campaign contributions to keep his pregnant mistress under wraps as he mounted a second presidential bid in 2008. But after more than 50 hours of deliberation, a North Carolina jury acquitted him on one of the 6 counts and deadlocked on the other 5. The other 5 of them you deadlocked on. Just probably chance. Yeah. Lanny Brewer, the head of the Justice Department's criminal division. Danny, where are you, Danny? I went to Harvard and Yale. That just means you're one of the club. That's all it means. Lanny Brewer, the head of the Justice Department's Criminal Division, said prosecutors respect the judgment of the jury and we will not bring the case to trial again. All right, justice worked. Yeah, we pray. Hey, thanks, federal government. You're actually letting us make a decision. No, the decision was already made to let him off. He's one of the guys. He pretended to run for presidential office, or whatever office of the president, or the president, however you want to word that. He pretended to be opposition. He pretended to be a real candidate, and all he was doing is playing a role in a movie theater, or in a movie that was already, the script was already written, just like all movies. It's just your first time watching the movie, so you don't know how the movie's going to end, and it's exciting. But after you leave the movie, you saw the whole thing, you can figure out, oh, it was fake, it was a movie, and I know the whole play now. If I see it again, I'll know exactly what happens. But for some reason, we see these elections every 4 years, presidential elections, and we can't seem to figure out how they keep putting their guys in front of us. The guy over here on the left, the Democrat, and the guy over here on the right, which this is your right, my left, my right, your left, for video purposes. Republican over here, Democrat over here. I'm a Democrat, I'm voting Democrat. I don't care who he is, I'm a Democrat, I'm voting Democrat. Oh, and you over there, you're a Republican, I'm voting Republican, I don't care. But both of them suck. Both of them have awful track records. These guys are globalists. Well, the Republican's lesser of an evil than the other guy, so I'm definitely not voting for him. Then don't vote at all. Don't even waste your time going to the lesser of two evils. As I used the example before, I'm Satan the Democrat or the devil Republican. Satan or the devil. Man, you know that Satan's pretty bad, but the devil's a liar. He's worse. Satan's bad, but the devil's... I gotta go with Satan. Satan. Well, who else can I go for? Oh, there's this thing called third party. They don't debate with the big guys. You don't really even hear of them. And when they do debate, it's on a channel you never even watched in your life. Didn't even know existed. And you probably had to look on the internet to find what channel it was to watch it on TV. But the boys, Democrat and Republican, mafias, they're on every news channel you can imagine. Both of them. Just, you know, he believes in... he does not believe in abortion. And the other guy said he's not sure. And this one says we need to revamp education. We definitely do. And this guy also agreed. The Democrat also agrees that we need to also revamp education and we need to make it easier for kids to get loans. And he doesn't quite agree with that. Yeah, really? That's the debate. The last time we had a presidential election, which was again Barack Obama won it. I was flipping and I found the channel I like to call the channel of non-existence because you don't even know it's there. And it's the third parties going at it. And I'm watching, one of them was Ralph Nader, I think, and I forget the other guy. They're talking. And it was interesting because there was 3 of them, I think, total. And 2 of them were like on the same page. It's almost as if they were just having a conversation about, you know, the country and this is what we're going to do to fix it. Almost as if they were a team. And they didn't like, you know, do what this fake, what I call fake wrestling, just like Jesse Ventura talks about, this fake wrestling crap about the Democrats and Republicans. They really hate each other, and I got all this dirt, and wait till next week, or videos being released on the Democrat alleging this and that, and we're going to get it, and then it doesn't come out, and then it was just a rumor, I guess. We didn't know, you know, get you all fired up. Meanwhile, these guys in the third party were talking about real issues, and the person, which was a lady, asking the question, I figure if I remember it was a lady, asking the questions for the debate, I was blown away. I said, there's no way she just asked that question, which was phenomenal. Can't wait to hear their answer on that one. And they answer it. Really? And then that guy answers it? Are you serious? I mean, these guys sound okay to me. Again, so did Barack Obama to everybody with his lies. But these guys aren't part of that system. The third party, it's by itself. They're not even allowed to debate with the other parties. They're on their own. Almost as if like kids go play in the playground while us grown-ups go over here and handle business. That's all that is. And I think even last year there was a record number of people voting third party. However, it was still such a small amount. It just, you know, it was just laughable. But I couldn't believe the questions that were being asked and their answers. I really appreciated it. And I found myself going back and forth because I wanted to find what are we talking about on mainstream? The bozo on the left and the bozo on the right, known as Republicans and Democrats. And it was this bullcrap. The bullcrap, what do you feel about abortion and college education and, you know, oh, okay, oh, man, hard-hitting. And they had one of the guys from Fox News and, you know, Democratic candidate, Barack Obama, what do you think about, this was a question that was emailed to us. You know, what do you think about turtles? This is a great question. What do you think about turtles? Well, turtles are green and, they live under the water, and then his teleprompter turns off. And, hold on. What do you mean, hold on? No one's interrupting you. No one's yelling. Oh, hold on. I'll answer that. Yeah, give me a second. Nobody said anything. It's just quiet. You hear crickets. What are you talking about? Hold on. That means, oh shit, my teleprompter went off. I gotta cause a scene. Oh, it's back on. All right. I'll enter it. And turtles are green, and I like turtles. Boy, I gotta vote for this guy. Back to the third-party channel, and they're asking dead serious questions. Major questions that need to be answered. The economy and everything else. All kinds of good stuff. And at the time, we didn't have the epic failure of the economy, I don't believe, at that particular moment. It was before the election, so, November is the election, whatever. It was definitely before that, and our economy really crapped out in basically October, so I believe it was before that. But nonetheless, I finally realized it. I mean, I already knew, but that just sealed the deal for me. And it's amazing to see how much control they have when you look at the actual results. Even though a record number of people voted third party, it was like 1% voted, 1 full percent this time instead of 0.5%. And then you have this little. It's always like 52, 48, 50 to 50.5 to 49.5. Oh man, it's like the horse race, and there's only 2 horses. Right? Forget the other 6 or 8 or whatever horses. There's only 2. So, there's lots of people who want this horse to race, and there's lots of people who want this horse to race. And, he edged him out by, he won by basically 51% faster time. This guy won, second place, 49%. 52, 48, 50.5, 49, every time. Every time. You mean to tell me that there's exactly half the Americans in the country, 300 million, there's 150, roughly, million Americans, 150 million that want to be on the Democrat team, and exactly 150 million Americans want to be on the Republican team. That's what voting is showing us. Now, at the same time, when you look at the actual voter turnout of how many people came, they're dwindling worse and worse. Now, when Barack came out with his all speech and everybody was, all these people crying and, oh my God. Man, what I would give to pull some of those people that they had the close-up videos and Fox News and CNN. What do you think about this? This is the first time a black president. Oh my God. Ma'am, what do you think about the National Defense Authorization Act, where they put legislation inside of it that says they can detain Americans without due process, without your constitutional right, which was guaranteed by the Founding Fathers, been null and void now? Oh my God. What? Yeah, stop crying, shut your mouth, and listen to what I just said. How's that working out for you now? No? Not good? How about the executive order you signed? Again, it was either April 16th or May 16th. Or March 16th, actually. March 16th or April 16th. Another terrible executive order. Just incredible. You read through this thing, and you're like, what the hell's all that in there for? They are gearing up for the end of the American Empire. That's all it is. So, Anyways, justice or just us. Another one off the hook. And I'm going to finish this with one little thing. There was this group of basically, I don't know if they were friends, gang members, lived in the ghetto, something, you know, that kind of thing, down in Miami. It was called they were calling them the Liberty City Five. And they were caught by the FBI for allegedly trying to put a sting together or put something together to, you know, homegrown terrorist act. And the FBI got them. It was another setup. It was another dog and pony show, and it was another patsy situation. It went to trial. See ya. Mistrial. Went to trial again. Feds, prosecutors of Florida, actually, and the feds. If this case wasn't so serious, you know, or actually they didn't say that yet. We're gonna have to prosecute again. It was you know, split decision. They got off. We think we can get them on a second try. Brought him back to trial again 2 times. Guess what? Same result. Federal prosecutor, can you comment? News channel. And it was posted all online, his comments. If it wasn't such a serious crime, we would let this go. But because of the nature of this, we've got to push again. We're going to go for a third one. I cannot tell you, by the way, and maybe I'll take a quick look since I'm sitting here. Liberty City 5. I think that was it. I'm saying Liberty City. I know that's a Grand Theft Auto video game. I thought that was the name that the media gave them. 5 convicted in Liberty City terror trial. Okay. And this was definitely a few years ago. 5 of 6 men accused of plotting terrorist acts with Al-Qaeda were convicted Tuesday by a Miami jury after 6 days of deliberation, authorities said. The 6 suspects were arrested in June of 2006 for allegedly conspiring to blow up buildings, including the 110-story Sears Tower, the nation's tallest building in Chicago, Illinois. So it took 3 times to nab them. And this is me finding out for my first time. It took 3 times. Obviously, if you have the ability to keep going, we didn't get the decision we want. Why is it allowable that once you've gone through a jury trial of your peers and you're found not guilty, that they have the right, the government has the right to keep trying you? Up, failed again, get a whole new set of jury members. Failed again, whole new set of jury members. Failed again, whole new set of jurors. Up, we got our conviction. And the ones that finally gave the conviction also probably didn't know anything, didn't know that they already been to trial 3 or 4 times before them. And they're just hearing it for the first time, and they're just, again, Fox News and everything else, terrorism and homegrown terrorists and all. Man, they probably did it. I'm going to say they did it. Now, then, an interesting thing that just caught me here. I didn't know that the Sears Tower was on this list of them stopping them. So we have Al-Qaeda working with these 5 black dudes in Miami. Yeah, that would happen. Anyways, just bear with me. Let me pretend that this is really accurate. Al-Qaeda's working with these black guys in Miami. And these black dudes, these players from the hood, were going to somehow decide that it was a good idea to destroy the Sears Tower and bomb it. Right. So just keep that in mind. Because forget the black guys for a minute. Let's go to, well, who was the ultimate one that did it? Well, it was Al-Qaeda. It said right there. Terrorist acts with Al-Qaeda. They were convicted of. So Al-Qaeda is the one pulling the strings. And Al-Qaeda tried, but it failed. These guys got convicted. So if Al-Qaeda tries again in the future, hey, FBI, we nailed a few guys. We've caught them before. They finally got through. Al-Qaeda finally struck again. Their target was the Sears Tower in Chicago. Do you know? Have you seen some of the potential false flag videos of why the Sears Tower would be a fantastic target? The COMEX, the CME group, all that stuff. Let me just go here with you real quick. JSNIP4. Chicago. JSNIP4. Okay. I'm going to post the link to my video. right about now and put it in the description of this video. So you can go watch Realist News, Chicago looking like next false flag attack, more and more. And why I came to that conclusion. Doesn't mean it will happen. I pray it doesn't. But I've seen what they've done with 9/11. I see what they've done with every other war. I know how these people think. It will be a target somewhere. And again, silver demand, gold demand, wipe out the paper markets. We won't know who owned what. We won't know. But we do know one thing. It was sitting in J.P. Morgan's vault safely. But we don't know who owned it. We don't have proof. We have nothing to go with. So J.P. Morgan will just be sitting on all this gold and silver. It is the vault keeper of all of this big gold and silver, by the way. The SLV, I think the GLD or part of the GLD. It is the bank for APMEX, by the way. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So watch this video if you want. And I'm calling it quits. Take care.